Greetings, Harbingers. Welcome to Yliaster, PewDiePie's favorite channel, your realm of personal development, stoicism, and cyber alchemy. Thank you for your time to watch our content. I hope it brings value to you. Don't forget to subscribe and please give the thumbs up. That helps me a lot. We're a small channel. We're trying to grow. We're trying to bring value and make you be the best version of yourself with the things that you can do under your control, eventually figuring out the rest. Without further ado, let's go to the video. Stoicism, the alchemy of mind. This is the first video that I am explicitly talking about stoicism, but throughout this channel, I have been bringing stoicism all along. But today we're talking about it, and I'll be bringing more specific subjects on stoicism as well. What is stoicism? Stoicism is a philosophical system that was originated in ancient Greece around 300 BC by someone named Zeno of Citium. It's about development, self-control, virtue, rational thinking as a means to achieve life harmony with nature. It's a mental armor to keep you in peace despite the difficulties life will be presenting you. So it's about how you react or not react towards problems in a bad way, to give a simple explanation. Why the title is The Alchemy of Mind. Stoicism has the potential to transform one's mind like alchemy can transform metals into gold. Metaphorically, we're talking about a process of purification. So stoicism is about the raw human material to turn into something better, resilient, and wiser. What are some of these stoic principles? There is the control dichotomy, which is pretty much acknowledging that there are things that we can control and there are things that we can't control. And that also gives the tone on the way we react onto such dichotomy. With that in mind, we can be auspicious towards virtue, knowing with absolute consciousness that there are things we can control and there are things we cannot control. How are you reacting to those things? The things you can control, go there, tackle it down. Stop procrastinating. Just take action. It is hard, I know, but you are in control. So it's about making amends with the problem and assuming control. And if you're having trouble taking that control, you want to break your mind into making small decisions and small actions until you actually feel that you are in control and going back to the idle state. So it's hard to start getting into movement, but once you do it, you won't want to stop. Stoicism also evokes values such as virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance as the highest good. We can trace a parallel between those values and the philosophical stone, which is alchemy's ultimate goal. They say that a small portion of the philosopher's stone can turn myriads of metal into gold. That goes without saying. I'm here in the metaphorical realm, but we can trace those things back to our minds and apply that to our lives. The result of applying those stoic concepts will be inner peace and fulfillment. And well, let me know someone who doesn't want that, right? The next principle is amor fati, or love of fate, and it's a key stoic practice. It's about getting to know yourself enough to be aware of your fate and be passionate about it. Therefore, you start taking actions to reach that fate. There is this sentence, I can't quite remember, I don't remember who quoted it, but it was something along those lines, and I don't remember exactly here. So I'll just put it in the video here. But it's exactly this what I'm talking about. Love of fate, amor fati. Get to know yourself so you can be passionate about your destiny. There is also the memento mori principle. People tend to fear death because we are wired to survive, to look for survival all the time. Our brain can't comprehend death as something that will happen no matter what we do. So it's kind of a paradox that we fear something that is obvious but not experimental. No one has died and came back to say what's like. I know I died once and it was like this and that, with the exception of Jesus, but he wasn't just human, right? So this fear of death, this, memento mori, for the Stoicism is actually the catalyst for one to knowing that they won't last forever, making one's appreciate life and live it with purpose and fulfillment, and not wasting it, living in the autopilot or fooling yourself with hedonism and greed for power. It's something beyond and full of virtue. In today's fast-paced world, I think Stoicism is more needed than ever. People are just rushing to work, to bear the lion's share, to make money, and it's of course it's needed. We all need that. But then again, it's easy to be caught off in the routine, in the stress, and when you notice, you are in the autopilot and there's nothing you can do about it if you don't stop to make these reflections. Sadly, most of people live in the autopilot and spend their lives without even noticing it. If these stoic principles and values are in one's heart, despite everything that's happening in the world, you can be unshakable and indestructible from within. And that kind of maturity puts you in control of determine and define the course of actions of your life in order to fulfill your very best destiny. And that requires a sharpened mind, full of virtue, and with those stoic principles that are so important these days. Much like the Alchemy's ultimate quest, the philosophical stone, there might come a time in a person's life that gold is so abundant, and I'm not talking about actual gold here, but stick with me. Gold is so abundant that the possibilities such abundance brings with it will transcend the material world into something far greater. My goal here with this channel, Yliaster, Design Your Universe, this is a journey to have the universe in the palms of your hands and build the life you want to live and deserve. That's the prima materia, where matter and star collide and a new universe is born. However, you are behind the scenes playing with the cosmic strings to make that happen. If you like this video, please again give the thumbs up, subscribe, and see you in the next one. El Psy Congolo.